Hi friends! Macky and I are here today to talk about our summer TBRs.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be a few months, 3 months to be exact, starting on June 21st. Summer is my favorite season and I always love summer reading, so...
Hisses.
He doesn't like summer, in case you couldn't tell. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to share the books that we want to read, or in his case, series he wants to read. We'll just take turns doing it.
Or in my case, books that I should have read because we bought them at Comic-Con last year and I read 8 billion
now you're
other
talking
things.
to the girl who owns books that I've
As
had
we do.
for 2 years. Sorry, you're going first or am I going first?
You can go first.
So, first on my list is Who's That Girl by Mary McFarlane. Women's fiction, pretty much chick lit. It's about a girl who gets caught in a compromising position at a work wedding, and she ends up being sort of banished to a town to write or ghostwrite an autobiography for this actor. And obviously shenanigans ensue. And I'm reading this one because my friend Hannah from So Obsessed With recommended it, and I know she loves the author, so I'm really looking forward to this, and it sounds like a good read to take to the beach.
I don't read chick lit, so I don't know how writing an autobiography will result in shenanigans. However, I do know that if you mess around with magic and you put it in the hands of some teenagers that live in New York, then you are gonna get some crazy hijinks. I present to you the magicians. Yes, I bought these last year, all 3 of them because they were on sale at Comic-Con, and because we love the TV show. I have not touched it since then because that's what we do when we buy books. We read 8 billion other things. I'm looking forward to reading these. Happy to be spoiled for the TV series. I think they're gonna do their Game of Thronesing it, wherein they take it a different direction, and then the books and the movies, the TV series just complement each other in some weird multiverse kind of way.
I will have to read that series too, eventually, one day, when my TBR is not trying to kill me.
When is that day?
Never. Next book is Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty, and I know a lot of people know about this book because it was recently turned into an HBO miniseries with Nicole Kidman, Reese Witherspoon, and
I've seen that on TV.
My sister has actually read this one and also watched the series, so we'll probably have to ask her opinion on it. But basically, it's about a group of moms. They are dealing with a lot of secrets and scandals, and there's also a murder in there somewhere. I still haven't read any books by this author, but I am looking to start, and someone recently said that this would be fun to take to the beach as well, so yeah, that's happening.
Our scope of reading is so wide. Next on my bought it at Comic-Con, and I should totally read it now before the next Comic-Con comes, is The Queen of Blood. Made a lot of waves then, pretty sure they're still pretty wavy now. Tamara Pierce loved it, that's why I got it. And so I should read it before the summer is over and Comic-Con happens.
Sounds like a smart idea.
Incredibly smart.
Girl Against the Universe by Paula Stokes. It's about a girl named Maguire, and she thinks that she is basically cursed with bad luck. Anyway, the anxiety over her luck causes her to kind of turn in on herself, but everything changes in the summer when she meets a boy that she starts playing tennis with, or he coaches her playing tennis. I don't really remember the exact details of this, but I do know that Kristen from Super Space Chick loved this book, so I'm looking forward to reading it, and it seems like good fare for the summer too.
I present to you Joe Chill's The Fireman. I'm a huge fan of Stephen King. I have not nearly read enough books or reviewed enough books on Alexa's blog for him.
No.
But I'd like to think that Joe Hill, Stephen King's son, is an accomplished writer on his own. I've read some of his other works, and I'm looking forward to this offering from him. Also, fresh from last year's Comic-Con.
I feel like there's a theme to his list and to mine. Next one for me is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. It's about a girl who writes this webcomic, and there is this boy who just so happens to write fan fiction for the webcomic, and their paths cross. And I don't think he knows who she is because she uses a pseudonym when she writes her webcomics, but she knows who he is, so that makes for an interesting story. And I know he wants this book, but he can't have it until I've read it.
Warm Bodies. And I think a follow-up book called The New Hunger. The movie was quirky and funny. It seems like a short read. I am very curious to see what the book is like. Again, this is on the pile of, I should have read this like 8 years ago.
Although that one is not a Comic-Con one.
It's not a Comic-Con one, but it came at around roughly that time. It's been sitting on my shelf for ages, and now I will read it because it means something to me.
The last book on my individual TBR is Geekerella by Ashley Poston. It's basically a Cinderella story with cosplay and set at a con, and I think it sounds amazing. I don't know why I haven't read it yet, but I definitely plan on doing that.
I have 2 series, or rather 2 groups of books and I'll do it all in one go. So there is the Tapestry series, right? So starting with The Hound of Rowan. You'll see it in my my recap that I reviewed Imperium, which is the 20 billionth I love when she does that. Book, right? And just, I had to get all of these. I just have to know what happens. These are now prequels to me because Imperium is a story that I fell in love with, and so it is not nearly half as entertaining as Jan, ye old book blog owner and runner. She's cute. And lastly, I present to you a whole slew of Garth Nix books that I have yet to read. To Hold the Bridge, companion to the Aborzen series, and and a bunch of other stories too. Love Garth Nix's stuff. He has such great range. Newt's Emerald. This is a Victorian, yeah, this is Victorian-esque, region-y, whatever, magical, whatever thing. And then what I'm reading right now, this is super fairy tale-esque. This is called The Frog Kisser. It is just the cutest book ever. I would say this is middle grade. I am betting
this is
middle grade-y, upper YA maybe. This is definitely YA. And he has such great range. How can he go from the Aborzen series, which is high modern fantasy, to The Rag Witch, to Shade's Children, to these middle grade books. I just kind of want to be him when I grow up, really.
So there is one set of books that we are considering a joint project. In his case, he's read most of this series. He's just not read 3 of the main books, I think.
Whereas, well, 4 now, because I've got Lady Midnight waiting. Yes, that's what we're reading.
Lord of Shadows. You've read Lady Midnight.
Okay.
Do you like how I actually know this?
That's true.
Anyway, I've only read 3 of the books in the series, and that was like years and years and years ago. Surprisingly, I can remember a lot about it, which Rachel from Hello Charlie will attest to, because I actually had a conversation with her about it, and she was shocked that I could remember these little random details.
Even more surprising is that I read beyond the first 3 that she read.
Dun, dun, dun. Also, we just wanted to show you guys the pretty set.
The pretty set. I may have blacked out. Yes, the twist in the story is that I actually bought these, and I actually read them. And not only do they come in these gorgeous kind of spines where you have all of the main cast of the Mortal Instruments, cycle. There's 6 books. How do you even begin? The collection.
Anyway, I will be reading these 6 books, plus the 3 that he's going to show you shortly. But if you don't know what Shadowhunters is about, which I highly doubt because it's been around forever, it feels like forever anyway.
That's true, but in case you don't.
It's about 2 teenagers in New York. One of them is supposedly mundane or normal until she realizes she's not.
Actually not. And then she gets sucked into this world where there of shadow hunters, where there are
all sorts of fantastical creatures like
fairies,
vampires,
werewolves. I like how you went vampires first and I went werewolves.
But anyway, I will be reading the series, rereading the first 3, and then reading.
Whilst as part of the pretty set, we'll be reading for the first time the prequel. So this is The Infernal Devices. I am so.
I've heard a lot of good things about that particular
trilogy, so this is gonna kill me because I didn't know who these characters were, but they are alluded to throughout the entire series, moving upwards, and so I do know that I will die. That's just how this works.
And he has to read Lord of Shadows.
And then I have to read Lord of Shadows because I wouldn't even know.
So this is our joint summer project. Those are all the books that both Macky and I are planning to read this summer. He has a longer reading list than I do this time, so we shall see. Don't worry, by the end of summer we'll check back. Maybe we will have read all of them, maybe not. But the goal is to read all of them, of course. Anyway, if you guys are interested in any of the books or want to hear about them, then definitely let us know. If you've read any of them and love them or didn't like them, let us know as well because we would love to hear it.
No, yeah, fair warning.
And you can find me on all my other social media. Macky is not much for social media, so you'll only find him here and on the blog. But
I'm old. This is the farthest it goes.
But we'll both be back very soon with another video. Maybe not a joint one, but very soon we will be back for other videos. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see you guys soon. Bye!